EDCOM 2 Executive Director Karol Mark Yee shares possible solutions to the learning gap. In an interview with The Big Story, Yee said teachers should focus on teaching alone. He added that more textbooks are needed and education agencies should properly coordinate. A World Bank study earlier estimated that the learning gap in the Philippines is 5.5 years.
The first is teachers. You know, our teachers could not teach because they're saddled with so many other responsibilities. When you go down to the ground to talk to teachers, they say, "Sir, we cannot teach. We're handling gulayan sa paaralan. We're doing school-based feeding program."
Yun. So, isa sa mga ina-address kasi ever since nga yung workload ng mga teachers.
Oo.
'Di ba? Kasi as of now yata merong mga 6 to 8 classes na handle ng isang teacher, and ang per class ay would consist of 55 students, ano, at the
Within
minimum.
35 to 55 students. And then sabi ng teacher, instead of providing quality education, so each of our students, na mas madali sana pag mas konti sila, mas generalized na lang ang lesson at saka
Hindi tutok eh.
Hindi intensive ang kunyari may isang topic, they don't delve into that topic for a long time.
Totoo.
Minamadali yung topic, quiz, tapos na,
Kasi
move on.
meron pang klase sa
Kasi
kabila.
may klase sa kabila. Plus, aside from that, madami kang estudyante. So meron din tinatawag fatigue, teaching fatigue ang teacher.
Totoo.
Isipin mo kung 50 yan, may quiz ka, 50 ang i-correct mo. Diba? How do you handle a class of 50? That's hard.
Totoo. Tapos sinasabi nga din nila talagang tumaas yung learning gap ng Pilipinas, especially during the pandemic. Kasi
Yeah.
diba, number one, of course, alam naman natin, we don't need to explain that, na hindi rin nagkaroon ng kumbaga focus lahat, diba? Dahil ang hirap ng online diba, na magtuturo
Pero
ka
alam
online.
mo, naisip ko lang kasi, hindi lang naman ang Pilipinas ang dumaan sa pandemic. Every other nation dumaan sa pandemic. And yet, Japan maintained their yung learning gap nila. Hindi man malayo ang learning gap ng Japan eh. In other countries also, di ba? At the end of the day, we can point fingers to any of the situations that the country has been through. But it's still the number of students at one teacher is handling. Yun ang problema. And until you address that issue and the lack of classrooms, then we will always have that learning gap. Baka lumaki pa yan.
Totoo. At saka yung sinasabi din nila dun sa matatag curriculum. Kasi divided yung mga guru dyan yung mga sa education sector na sinasabi nila na dapat tanggalin na lang yung matatag curriculum. Dahil one of the programs ng matatag curriculum is yung Catch-up Fridays.
Yes.
Wherein yung mga estudyante magbabasa. The day will be dedicated for reading. Ang nangyayari daw kasi yung mga estudyante, dahil ayaw nila magbasa, absent na lang. Yun ang nangyayari. Pero of course, ito namang sinabi ni Deputy Secretary Sani Angara, hindi natin yan ititigil kasi ang hirap din naman. Well, I also understand that na kada may programa tayong bago, pag hindi nagustuhan, isa-stop. Hindi naman din also maganda
You have to
yun,
wait, you have to give the program a chance. Actually, yung Catch-up Friday na yan ni former Secretary Sara and Vice President Sara Duterte, I like that because nung 80s, dinaanan ko yan. I was a grade school sa Ateneo, and we had Fridays, we had what you call yung SRA activity, yung skills reading activity. That was every Friday. Yung SRA kasi, kung alam niyo yun, alam mo ba yung SRA cards? May mga cards ang school, tapos dudukot ka ng card, may color-coded yan. Each student will get one card, and then he'll spend the next 3 or 4 hours lang in your chair to read that card. That card kasi is a story. And then when you're done reading that card, babalik mo yung card and you will get a corresponding answer sheet for that card. And they will ask you questions about yung nabasa mo. And then in your own words, you make answers. So parang binibuild niya yung reading comprehension mo, how you construct sentences. Every Friday, I remember, pinagdadaanan namin yun sa grade school. So it was a reading, we call it Reading Fridays.
Ito Catch-up Fridays.
So very similar yung program. I understand that because you're so focused on math, science, history, and all other things, economics, PE during the whole week. Diba that sometimes yung grammar mo tends to slip already.
Saka yung analysis
Yung analysis. So every Friday we bring it back to that level na puro reading and comprehension ka lang.
So yun ang gagawin nga daw nila. Pero yung sinasabi nga ni Deputy Secretary Angara, itutuloy natin. But of course, pakikinggan natin yung ibang mga
Yes.
suggestion on the side.
I think he just wants to see lang for how long, he just wants to see in this period of time how effective it can be. I'm sure naman he'll be fair about it.
Kasi ang ine-explain din bago tayo mag-move forward, ine-explain din dito dun sa learning gap, yung mga estudyante na supposedly dapat mag-algebra na ngayon, yung basic foundation of math, hindi nila alam. That's how far the learning gap is here in the Philippines.